I'll just do a little window, just on the off chance some very vertical people pop in there. Yes, everything is okay. Right, so let's make a little box there. That's how you do it. Still back in the game. Just in case. Oh, safety car is out. Safety cars are out on track, and the medical cars, but there's still people sweeping it. I think this is a bit of an embarrassment. I've got to be honest. Is that too harsh to say? Is it too harsh to say that this, you know, it's not even raining. This should be cleared. Session will start on time. Pit exit will remain closed. They've got the safety car and the medical car. The Aston Martin's just driving around. They've got groundhogs. The groundhogs are chilling. Just by the pit exit. Not too harsh. I mean, I know for something like the Indy... Did the Indy 500 get cancelled? And the Nürburgring... But this is not about visibility. This is about... There are some areas where there's standing water. Oh, green flag! They've green flagged it, even though the safety cars are on track. The safety cars have just gone past the pit exit, and they've just hit green flag. Very weird. George, you should have scheduled the vertical stream for us. I just saw a green flag. Icon. But I can't see marshals waving green flags. So that seems a bit weird. That it came through on the feed. It's not great, I've got to be honest. It's not a great look. Yeah, Indy was cancelled. Yeah, so the basically, yeah, the safety car and the medical car just went past the pits, and then the green flag like icon came on the feed and was like, oh, green flag, session resumed. But I didn't see any marshals actually waving it, so I'm not sure. It is actually it is raining. I tell a lie. It's when I look at the close-ups of the puddles, it is still raining. I wonder if the tracks need to add track change to pre-race threat list. It's raining heavily now. Umbrellas are going up. It's just started to rain heavily, and I think the weather is going north. The weather's going northeast, so you see that gap that the circuit was in. It's now about to get another band of really wet weather, so I'm not even sure if it might not get any drier now. So this could be a bit of a washout. I'm not that impressed, to be honest. I agree, drainage is very important, and these are big events, and oh, there's a lot of cars on track now. There's a huge amount of cars going around the hairpin. They've got that pickup truck. They've got some sort of a water pump truck, like actual proper truck. Safety cars. So maybe that drainage one. I don't know if it's pumping it or sort of sucking it up. I guess it's the latter. Maybe the tank's full. It's just a bit amateur because the grandstands are absolutely packed. So great to see. You know, I don't think you always see this at, say, like Saudi FP1. But here, the grandstands are packed, and I'm not sure we're going to get racing. They're going to have to postpone it. Yeah, I wonder... Well, is it a later one than normal because of the timing? I don't know. Oh my goodness, someone's got run over by a safety car. George Russell's in the car, helmet on. He's all ready to go. Estimated time of pit exit open, 1:55 local time. There's no way they're just making that up. They haven't got a Scooby-Doo. 1:55 local time, I'm guessing, is in at 8 minutes. By the way, the clock is ticking down. Yeah, I'm on board with Lorenzo. I don't see that opening at all. But I think it's one where they should let people, you know, some drivers will want to go out and they can report back and say how wet it is. These are the you know, meant to be the best drivers in the world. George Russell not being able to get... Yeah, George Russell just come in and say, it's raining everywhere. Like, George, you're still in your garage, mate. So I don't see that working. But anyway, that's what they've said. Track to open in 7 minutes. Engines being fired up, Lorenzo says. Carlos Sainz is getting his helmet on. And if they are going to, if they're sort of stubbornly going to just open the pit exit, even though it'd be wetter, I'm excited to see how the drivers are going to find it. I think we're going to see someone sort of aquaplane into the wall gently and lose their front wing. I think it's going to be one of those. It's very bubbly as well. Like, the water's very bubbly. There's lots of bubbles on the surface of the water. I don't know if that's oil or something is causing that, but it's very weird to see. Oh, great. Sky have gone to a break. Amazing. I just want to see pictures of... Literally, I'm paying for this. I want to see pictures of the rain. Just show me shots around the track. I think this is where I get a bit frustrated with F1. It's like... Don't worry, I'm here to see, like, the conditions of the track. That's interesting to me. That's what I'm here for. Maple syrup, yeah, just like gallons of maple syrup. But if it's not going to drain now, it wouldn't drain for the race either. So could we have a Spa situation a few years ago where that's a bit farcical? I don't know. Hopefully not. Welcome along, by the way. Let us know if you're new to this channel or if you're regular on the main channel. I've got a pencil here. Look at this. Clearly I was working very hard on some sort of... I've never ever... What? There's no way a pencil could ever come in useful on any of the streams we do on the channel. Oh. I do like having a pencil though. It makes me feel kind of like I know what I'm talking about. Fake sense of sort of knowledge. What's this an advert for? It's an advert for... There's a gold Formula 1 car. Someone's looking at it in an eye. I reckon it's Amazon. I reckon it's Amazon because it's sort of like the gold colours are on brand. And they wouldn't do this advert unless it was on brand. So I'm going to guess it's Amazon. Yes, AWS. Addison, when water infiltrates beneath the asphalt layer, pockets of air can form and cause the asphalt to bubble. Yeah, but are you talking about asphalt, the asphalt itself bubbling, or bubbles coming through the asphalt? The bubbling can occur due to cracks or gaps in the asphalt, poor drainage. You sound like you know what you're talking about with asphalt. So there are lots of bubbles on the standing water on top of the asphalt. Is that what we would expect, or does that indicate sort of suboptimal drainage? Go big, save big, go outdoors. It's an advert for whiskey. Is whiskey big enough? Oh, I guess you had Johnny Walker, don't you? The crossover between F1 fans and whiskey. Peat burners. Made by the sea, apparently. Next up, Montreal. Don't tell me you're going to go to more adverts. Don't tell me. Don't do a next up in the middle of your ad break. Oh my goodness, they just did. It was just like a next up. Just, I'm actually paying for this. Come on. There could be if there's cars out on track, which there won't be, but if there were, I would be fuming. I would not be happy. Alright, surely now we're going to go back. Surely now we're going to go back. Okay, oh, there are cars leaving the pit lane. Lewis Hamilton's leaving the pit lane. I think well, he's the first car I've seen. So leaves the pit lane. I know there's a lot. By the way, blue skies. There's blue skies around as well. I think it might be that hole that you see there is actually the blue sky that you can see. So Hamilton comes out on circuit. A lot of spray behind. He's actually... By the way, I saw they said they've resurfaced this track. I think I can see the sides of the track where they haven't resurfaced it, and that seems to be draining better. It's almost like the water is coming back into the track surface from the strips outside that haven't been resurfaced. Cars out on track, yes indeed. Lewis Hamilton's out on track. So Hamilton's had enough of sitting down. He's going for it. We love to see it. Yeah, I mean it's wet, but you know, it's drier than they had in 2011. So there's Hamilton. Bottas also out on track. How did Hamilton do into the hairpin? Oh, having a look at a replay of Hamilton coming out the pits. Oh, he's just waving at the fans. Nice gesture, to be honest. They've been sitting waiting for him. Those crazy Canadian fans. Toto's there. Yeah, Valtteri Bottas, Lewis Hamilton's old teammate, out in the stake. Very, very wet conditions right now. They're on the intermediate tyres? I will check. No, wet tyres. Full wets. Full wets for Valtteri Bottas. If I remember, didn't we have a similar thing for the stream of Canada last year? Where people came out on different tyres? Am I making that up? Wasn't there a similar thing last year about tyre choice? Was it even in qualifying? Wow, slow lap times. 1:48 is just about a billion miles off the pace. That's quite a quick track. Really flows. Like once you go through turn 1, it just flows all the way to the hairpin. Just nice chicanes. Hamilton says grip is very low. Hamilton's on the inters though. So Hamilton's gone out on the inters, if my eyes are correct. What are the chances that Hamilton will at some point this weekend say that Canada's the best fans? I think well, he's not going to come out and say, Canada, you have like the 13th best fans. You can't keep track like that. Thanks, Blacker. Appreciate it. First stream, I think, on the new Motorsport channel. Just on board with Hamilton coming into the last corner down the straight. There's a lot of leaves and stuff on the track. If you lock up there, you just go into the pits. So it's not the worst thing in the world. And see, sort of a dry line-ish forming down the home straight, or at least you can see. That's a bit of an overstatement. You can see cars are starting to drive on circuit. By cars, there's quite a few out yet. So Hamilton, the only driver on the inters. Everyone else has gone for wets. Looking at a replay here of Hamilton. Ooh, lock up. Nicely controlled. This was into the second chicane. Very nicely controlled there. Is someone going to end up in the barriers? You'll see first. Oh, looking at a replay of Bottas. On the wet tyres. Yeah, I think we can do intermediate. Should be okay. So Bottas, who we know is a good record of wet weather racing, he comes into the pits and he'll want to come out on the inters. So some of the other drivers maybe just wanting to see what the wets were like on this in these sort of conditions. And actually, having a scrubbed set of inters could be really good in the race. Like in the race, if it's sort of too wet for softs, but it's not wet enough for new inters, if you have a scrub set of inters, that could come in very handy. Sort of, you invent a new tyre, really, don't you? Because you have some tread, but not too much. Lando Norris is on the fast first and second sector, and I think, wait, let me check what tyre he's on. Lando on the wet. So Lando's going for a fast lap on the wets. Let's see how it's going to be. He might have backed out last sector, I'm not sure. Let me have a look how he came into the hairpin. Was it good? Ooh, no it wasn't. I think he went a bit too deep. He was 2 wheels over the white line at the back of the hairpin. But Lando, yeah, then he might have backed off, I guess. I don't know. It's Hamilton with the 136.6 on the intermediates. Bottas has come out again. Presumably he's on inters now. Oh, Lando actually just came in, so I think Lando came in. Verstappen's out on circuit. You can see he's on the inters. Yellow flag somewhere. Yellow flag somewhere. Is it Hulkenberg going slow? No, green flag. Meanwhile, Doohan's out, the rookie for Alpine. So Doohan out on circuit. Verstappen's out on the inters, so we're keeping an eye on Verstappen. Just half an hour to go in this session. And they practiced a pit stop. I always find it funny because when they practice a pit stop for Bottas, and they're all wearing short sleeves and shorts. But to me, I don't understand what the difference is between practicing a pit stop in FP and in the race. Like, the dangers seem to be pretty similar to me. But somehow they can just wear, like, shorts and t-shirts. Anyone going to be lining up for a fast lap? Yeah, didn't see what that yellow flag was for. All green flag now, though. Logan Sargent on the move a little bit. Piastri, grit feels okay. I think it's going to dry very quickly. The sun is out now, by the way. So it's actually sunny now. So I think we are going to get, hopefully, running till the end, unless there's a incident, which there could be. Who's not been out yet? No Ferraris have been out, no Astons, even though Stroll's been sitting in the car for ages. No Cash Apps. And it's Doohan's in Ocon's car, he's out on circuit. Perez not out yet. There we go. Bottas with the fastest time there. So he's gone from wets on to inters. Now we've gone fastest, 33.2. But we're going to see the lap times tumble. I wonder if we're going to see a driver which is going to be consistently fast. Really in the groove. If the weather's like this now, I reckon it's it's a decent chance of rain throughout the rest of the weekend as well. Yellow flag. Not sure why. Sometimes I just sort of test it. Is Guan Yu Zhou going slowly? I don't know. Is Guan Yu Zhou going slowly? Or Zhou Guan Yu may have had an incident. I'm calling it. I'm calling it here first. What do we think? It's green flag now. But if that transponder's accurate, I think Zhou Guan Yu has had a big accident here. Red flag! Chat, get your red flags out in the chat. Get your red flags out. What's happened here? And is it Zhou Guan Yu? Let's see what happened. Looks like potentially on the exit, the second chicane, maybe he ran wide and sort of clipped the wall on the right hand side, and that spat him on the left hand side. Oh yeah, he's got left hand down. He's in that area. Red flags out in the chat. He's very much left hand down, and the suspension, both of his wheels are like pointing inwards. So I suspect he slid a bit and he slammed the wall. Is that a turkey flag? It just comes up TR on my screen. Zhou Guan Yu says he's okay. So, not the worst doing FP1. There's a bit of time for FP2 and it's not right before qualifying. But I need to see a replay of what's happened here. Red flag, but it's going to be a very quick red flag because they're hopefully going to be able to wheel that car to the exit there on the right hand side. It'll be very, very quick. But that's if they can roll it because the tyres are crooked. So I need to see a replay and let you know what's gone down here. Can't see any damage to the car, and I can't see any damage to the barriers around the car. Now Guan Yu Zhou gets out. Red flag conditions. Hopefully he's left the car in neutral or whatnot. For the marshal's about to push it. Did he hit the curb and hit the wall? Was it... So I'm just having a look at him going through Wall of Champions. It was absolutely fine. I believe. He's sort of drifting a bit on the straight. So he's really pushing it. Goes through the first chicane. Yeah. So he comes to the first chicane. He's way out on the left-hand side of the track as he exits the first chicane. And he gets a bit of a tank slapper. And he actually hits the wall on the left-hand side. So he just sort of rides the wall left-hand side. Yeah, it's not the one. And it's actually the left rear tyre has been de-seated. He's made a big mess of that. For such a small incident, I think he's damaged 3 out of 4 of the wheels. So they might not be able to push that car then because the left rear tyre basically became unseated. Yeah, they got the cherry picker out. It does match the colour though. It's bright green, so good sponsorship here. And the car's already lifted and balanced and on its way. That is great work from the marshals. You don't often notice good marshalling. You tend to notice bad marshalling. But that's really good. There's a driver on every corner of the car, keeping it steady. It's about waist height off the ground, and it's being rolled back off by the cherry picker. Whatever it is. And will be green flag, I think, very shortly. Thought it was China. Flags. The thing is, they don't show for me. I don't know why I can't see flags, but it just says TR. So that car will be recovered for FP2. 24 minutes to go pretty much. And I reckon it's going to be green flag very shortly. And I wonder if we're going to see anyone get to the stage where they'll be able to run off the softs in this session. It's not impossible. Never say never. Completely blue skies pretty much now. Lorenzo says black flag. Who's been black flagged? Is it someone? Have I been black flagged? Guan Yu Zhou is on a scooter, going down some little paths through the park. He's going through that lake. There's a bridge over that lake somewhere. Just above me. See, there's a little beach. There's just a little bridge there that sort of cuts across. Thanks, Addison. That is a Scottish flag. It's just a black flag for me. It's literally a black flag. Can we try some other flags? For Turkey, I just got TR, little TR, and for that, I got 2 black flags. I don't know what they're trying to say. Yeah, just on most circuits he would have been fine. He was just because the barrier is so close, but it will come down to driver mistake for Zhou Guanyu. Still black flags. Still black flags for me, that one. I can paste them in. I can paste them in and show you what I've got. That one I got NL. It won't let me paste it for some reason. But I can find the exact one it is. Yeah, I get 2 of these. That's what I get. I never know what a CA is. I always get confused with... By the way, rain is forecast this evening, Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, rain is forecast. Looks like a green flag now. I don't know what C is. I always think it's California, but then it's Canada, isn't it? Get a little CA. CH, I don't know. I'm going to guess is that Switzerland. Maybe it's because I'm streaming, but I am on the same YouTube chat. I'm on the same chat. So not sure why that would be. But it is that way. Right, cars back. Switzerland, nice. Cars back out on track. Awesome. HR, got off HR from Vlatka. Don't know what that could be. And then Lorenzo got a GB. I got a GB black flag. GB black flag. Very unusual. We roll with it though. We're able to roll with it. It's my new little motorsport channel. Right. It's UK Wales, UK Wales. Oh, you did? Okay, okay. So it doesn't like the Welsh flag, basically. Everyone out on Inters at the moment, by the way. So no one's come out on wets again. Equals Croatia. Okay. Oh, okay, so it's interesting. Oh. I was meant to put that on a little sub thing, wasn't I? 1 second. That's what I was meant to do. Oh, dearie me. Let's see if I can pick that up. Properties. Which one is it? Nope. It doesn't like... Oh, maybe we're going to paste it in. Nope. That's a chat. Nope. Okay. Okay, it does like it. Nice, nice, nice. If there was somebody that was clever than me, they could just say funny words with flags. Well, you definitely could actually, couldn't you? You definitely could. So we've got HR, we've got RU, GB. You could do RU like a question. RU. I'm not clever enough, but that is a very... I don't want to say it's a very fun game. Doohan's in the garage with his sort of suit unzipped. So I'm not sure why that is. You'd think he'd want to be getting the most time possible. Driving a F1 car. Hamilton setting double purples. Yeah, Hamilton 129.2, Leclerc 129.4. So with just 18 minutes to go, I think we might see drivers start to turn the wick here and try and get the bragging rights. If that's really a thing they care about. I suspect it might not be. But Doohan's putting his earphones back in. So expect to see Doohan back in. I think we're quite a long way off the soft cutoff point. But I wonder if someone will just try it in this session. Even if it's not in a race, you wouldn't do it, just to understand how it's performing. We'll see. Sonoda P3. Hamilton, Leclerc, Sonoda in the 29s. Then Russell and Gasly. These sort of conditions you think would be great for Alpine as a bit of an equaliser. Alpine used Google. Were you looking at... there was a shot there, right, of the Alpine garage. I didn't take in what they were actually doing. Isabel plug in the house. We've got to get the old spanner out. It's so easy to... Oh, I need to turn zoom. It's so easy to ban someone when you're trying to make them a moderator. So, oh, Leclerc goes fastest by a long way, 127.5, and there is actually a big dry line down the back straight. The curbs are quite wet, but he was really smashing them. It's a weird one. There's dry lines for the tyres, but in between the tyre lines, it's very wet. I'd say in a race, this is absolutely no way dry conditions. And the curbs are retaining a lot of water. Susie K in the house as well. So in a way, it's very mixed conditions. Ferrari are the most successful constructor in Montreal with 11 wins in the circuit that's named after one of their drivers. So Sainz did the fastest sector 1. How's he going to finish a lap? Carlos Sainz goes over and goes fastest, 127.4. So the Ferraris look like they have good pace. Are we going to see any McLaren pace? Oh my goodness me, Leclerc had a massive correction coming out of turn 2, isn't it? And almost hit the wall on the left-hand side. Yeah, I just saw the weather forecast, and it's forecasted to be wet weather through all sessions. So for every single session, including the race, it's forecast to be wet. Carlos Sainz overtaking Alonso there. There was a yellow flag out momentarily. I'm not sure what's for. So I'm interested to see that. Oh, Bottas, have you stopped? Or is that an issue with that might be an issue with telemetry? Don't want to see both stakes out. Verstappen hasn't. Anyone who's below a 1 minute 30 hasn't set a representative lap yet. Sergio Perez is out on track. He's dropping a few purple mini sectors in. Oliver Behrman's there. Lance Stroll is being released. Lacka says 60 minutes ago, Alonso just now going out. I don't understand. I don't understand because Lance Stroll's been sat in that car even at the beginning when it was red flagged. So he's been sat there for a long time. As long as me. The stakes are high for stake. Exactly. Can the stakes don't want the stakes to get any higher. So Alonso, they're picking him up on the graphic, but I thought it was Stroll that went out. No, Alonso went out. There's his yellow and blue helmet, but he's not on the map. So did he come straight in? Did he do an installation lap? If you remember, in Monaco, was it Monaco or Imola? Maybe it was Imola. I think it was Imola. Do you remember Aston Martin and Fernando Alonso made a huge mess of it? Because didn't Alonso crash in FP3? They barely fixed it for qualifying. He then messed up his runs and he was out of sync and he just never... It was just such a waste. I think it was the crash in FP3 if I remember. If I remember correctly. I'm not sure I do. Science, do we expect rain for FP2? Yes, we do. Okay, box now then. So interesting that Science has decided to box now. With 13 minutes to go. On the basis that he expects rain. Yeah, what a mess they did in Imola. It was really not good. Really not great. Lorenzo was there, exactly. Lorenzo was saying, what are they doing at Aston Martin? What is this? Did Aston Martin have any change in their strategy? I don't know, but they're definitely doing a different strategy. We've seen Ferrari have a different qualifying strategy often where they'll go out in the gap between first and second runs. They like to utilise that gap. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, seems to me. Bottas did the fastest middle sector out of anyone. 127.6 is sort of arguably competitive, but also the track will be quite a bit drier since Leclerc and Sainz sets their time. But interesting to see that the Ferraris are out in front and no one else on track at the moment. So no one else deciding to risk it and go out on track. Which I find interesting. It's like Valtteri Bottas going offline down the home straight to try and find more water. It's very wet still in certain places. It's dry line in others. But to me, it seems like Bottas is trying to find those wet lines. Maybe getting some good information from him in the race. If you go down the inside or the outside, is there enough grip if you want to do an overtake? I feel like he's finding that out. Alex Albon's in the car. So 12 minutes to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I'd be surprised if we get a big rush. But with drivers sat in cars, it feels like that might happen. Albon and Sargent haven't done a lap in anger. And it was a bit of a weird strategy by Aston Martin, I have to say, to just go out, do an installation lap and come in. Is Bottas going to stay out? Does Bottas stay out? Bottas come through. Bottas goes in. Bottas comes into pits. There's no cars out on track at the moment. I'm having a look at a replay with Lance Stroll at the hairpin. The driver from Canada waving at the fans. Home Grand Prix for Lance Stroll. Waving to the crowd at the hairpin. That's their man. But yeah, what a weird session. Now Lance Stroll just sat in the pits again. Very weird session. But yeah, I think we'll be back for FP2 as well. There's still 10 minutes to go here. Maybe we'll see some cars coming out. But we're back for FP2 later on. Jack Doohan's in the car, in the Alpine. Ah, they need to save intermediates. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, well, I would say that's a little bit of a failure of the organisation, of the allocations and whatnot. Unless this is what it's designed to do, to stop them getting too much information. And make them more efficient in the information they gather. Potentially. Still standing water on track, but it is sunny now. So I reckon some of that water will evaporate, but I don't know if there's going to be a session in between where they can have cars going around and bringing the water up. Lando Norris having a little bit of a nap in the car, it seems. He's just chilling. Yeah, Lando just snoozing. I don't think it's dry enough for someone to come out and try it on soft tyres. That would be pretty cool, though. Would be cool to see. So Guan Yu Zhou's been a casualty in this session. They'll have to fix that suspension. But I'm pretty sure he'll be out for FP2. Very changeable weather. It's beaming sun now. Yeah, it's just too much noise for Lando. No longer Lando no wins. He's lost that moniker. Tsunoda scored points for 3 consecutive races. By the way, I think that's a great achievement. Considering you got 2 Red Bulls, 2 Ferraris, 2 McLarens, and 2 Mercedes. That's already 10 drivers, right? I forgot that right. Unless I made a big mess of that. So Tsunoda to get in the points like that, I think is very impressive. So Ricciardo's got a helmet like someone spilt maple syrup on it. Yeah, Daniel's helmet is just that. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with that helmet. I don't like it. Where's my helmets? I'm trying to have some shells done so I can show the helmets more. I know where they are because I don't even know where my helmets are. That's how little I've been racing. By the way, if you are enjoying this, please do hit that like button. Please consider subscribing as well. There'll be lots of motorsport watch-alongs on this channel because we can just turn it on and stream and just go live on this channel. They're cleaning the cars right now is what's going on. A lot of cleaning of the cars. Yeah, I like Daniel's... Did he have the base basketball one or was that Lando? Can't remember. Oh, we don't have the stream bot in this one. It's not really motorsport, I think, to be in a free practice. The sun is shining down the circuit, and none of the cars are out on track. It's like, it's all, the people that lose out are the fans. Fans have come here, maybe all over Canada, North America, to see cars on track, fast cars. I know what it's like to be able to afford to go to free practice. I've done it. You go on a free practice day because the tickets are cheaper, and you want to go and see the cars and feel the cars and get snapshots of the cars. And I honestly feel like those fans are being robbed. I don't want to come across as too strong, but I think this is a real failure, and I don't think anyone at Formula 1 really cares about it, because they only really care about the Sunday. But I care about it, and I care about the people that have gone there, and there should be cars going around. That's just my... You should consider linking this channel. What do you mean, how would I link it? How would I link it? Well, in the bio, maybe. But also, I kind of like this is just like an underground channel. Posted a few things. I'm considering going to Hungary Friday and Saturday. I've been to Hungary Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's great. Absolutely great. Definitely recommend going to Hungary. Take the bus or the train. I've done both. Train was a bit of a walk. Bus is really good from like the centre of town. Get there early. Food and drink was reasonable. Friday, I think you could sit anywhere, if I remember. Alright, we'll put it in the bio of the main channel. I did do a post as well, but I've noticed on YouTube, like, posts of videos and streams don't really get shared weirdly. You have to post like a controversial poll, and YouTube will just share it, like, create like nothing you've ever seen. Put a link in the community tab. But I did do that though. I did just post that. It should show up in the community tab, but right, cars out on track, by the way. And on soft tyres. So I think Isabel Plug was right. They didn't want to burn up Inters. So now they're trying it on the softs. Will we get any representative laps? See Lando and Norris having a little battle at the hairpin. Some fun and games, it seems, between Lando and Max Verstappen. Yeah, I think 109. I don't know if that includes both days. If it includes both days, I think that's actually very reasonable. And I'm quite sensitive to those sort of prices, but I think for both days, if you like the cars, yeah, definitely. Friday is definitely, because Friday I sat at the end of the straight at Hungary for free practice, and it was amazing just to see the cars decelerating. Like, it didn't matter it was a race or not. It was just so cool to see them come in and see where the braking marker was for them moving around. Some of them locked up, and when they locked up, it was spectacular, like billows of smoke. So I think that's great. Whereas, you know, if you went on a Friday for Silverstone, I'm not even sure they really do Friday tickets on their own. But you're probably gonna sit miles away from the circuit. The food and drink is gonna be really expensive. It's a real pain to get out of and get into. Yeah, I'd say the best Friday is probably Monaco. Like, just being close to the cars in Monaco is just absolutely amazing. So, it looks like Charles Leclerc has just done the fastest third sector, if I'm seeing that right. If I'm seeing it correctly. So maybe the soft tyres do have what it takes here. Is everyone on the softs? Yes, they are. Have fun for us too. Yeah, it will continue the streak of people being at every... I'm pretty sure in these streams, like, there's been someone at every race. I got a really weird comment, by the way. I got a really weird comment on... What was it a comment on? Where do they comment? I think it was under one of my Formula E videos I'd done, an interview with a driver. And I got a really weird comment from another Watchalong streamer. And they said, you know nothing about Formula E. And you said you were going to do watch-alongs at loads of circuits, and you haven't, and you don't do the early morning watch-alongs. And it's like just basically leave the watch-alongs to the people who care. I just deleted it anyway. I thought it'd be more embarrassing for them for that to be seen. Like, I don't know what had happened for them to write that. Charles Leclerc just completely cut over turn 1. So that's a risk on the soft tyres. Oh, when all of it, there's some blue like AstroTurf there. Silverstone be way too expensive for me. I need a passport first. Oh my, yeah, I would not travel to go to Scotland. No way. No way. I'm sorry, Silverstone is really for the rich. In my opinion, it's just like... It's no longer for a family, I think, driving up there and... Well, you still camp. Still camp, I suppose. Yeah, still camp there. But yeah, I think Hungary, I would do Hungary because Hungary, I doubt, well, I could be wrong, I doubt it brings the most money to Formula 1. So I'd imagine it's high on the list of being cut. So you can see the lap times not where they were on the Inters. I think Doohan comes out again. Is Doohan on track? No, it must be Gasly. No, good. Doohan is... On my screen, Doohan is on track. Yellow flag. Yellow flag. Is it Valtteri Bottas? Is it Valtteri Bottas? Is it another stake for stake? It could be. I think Bottas was slow. Did he just go over the grass or something? As Charles Leclerc sets the fastest sector 2. Fastest sector 2 there for Charles Leclerc. In fact, what's Leclerc going to do is he goes over the line. Ooh, 25. So we are faster. We are faster now. So good information about the cutoff then, as the cars are faster. Carlos Sainz looking good as well. There is Doohan out on circuit. Where was that yellow flag? I'm having a look at Hamilton coming through. Was he going to overtake a slow Bottas? Yes, he was. So maybe Bottas sort of clambered across the grass or something. Travelling to Hungary is already a lot cheaper than England. Well, if you're in Europe already, you can take trains. Budapest is a really big station. Very quick trains between Germany and Budapest. So, by the way, that is the checkered flag. Done. And it is Lando who sneaks it. Lando Norris sneaks it at the end there. Look at that. Lando Norris first, Carlos Sainz second, Charles Leclerc third, Hamilton fourth, Verstappen fifth, Piastri sixth. Imagine if the qualifying went like that. And it could do, because we're expecting rain. There was another yellow flag that came out, but I'm not sure for what. Ooh, man, long week. Norris, Sainz, Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Piastri. So who didn't make it up there? Where's Russell? Russell P10, Perez P9. But otherwise, it seems to be a decent mix of those big teams. How much did Max complain about the car this session? I actually didn't see a lot of radio messages, but they might not be working on it as much, like on the broadcast style, because it's free practice. I don't know. Just guessing. But yeah, sun's out now. Apparently, it's going to be rain for all of the next sessions, but we will see. We will see whether that's going to be the case. I'm going to be here. What time is FP2? I think it's 10 PM my time. I think it's 10 PM UK time. So I'm kind of hoping FP2 is going to be rainy, but they still go out. I kind of would like a vibe where FP2 is like really dark and rainy. Just having a look at Daniel Ricciardo. What did Daniel Ricciardo do here? He came into the last chicane. No, sorry, the penultimate. Oh, yeah, he went all across the grass. Got a lot of water in the cockpit for his troubles there. 11 PM Europe time, that makes sense. Yeah, it's interesting. Daniel Ricciardo cut the chicane Perez is going through now. And there's a lot of water. Oh, Bottas went around. Bottas did the 360. Wow. He must have locked up coming in. Yeah, he came in. He did a full 360. He's got some great footage of that from the grandstand. That's at that same chicane that Piastri is about to go through now. Oh, Verstappen also cut it as well. Same corner, Verstappen cut. He's on the radio saying that was a little off-road excursion. So a lot of people there struggling to brake and get it turned in on the soft tyres. Oh, and a Williams went as well. A Williams went through as well. Logan Sargent went through that corner. Oh, and then right behind him, so did Aston. Lance Stroll, they've all been off there. I think Lance Stroll might have done it again. So they've all been off and it's absolutely waterlogged. And they all bring water on to the track when they rejoin. So they are doing practice starts now. Doing their practice starts. But yeah, chat, I'm going to get some dinner and stuff. And we will be back for 10 p.m. We'll be back for 10 p.m. on this channel again. So I'll put a link on the main channel. But I'm going to release a video now on the main channel, which is a sim racing video ironically about real world racing. And then we'll be back here. So we'll see how that strategy goes. It's a 2-car strategy. Risky. Very, very, very risky. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining. I'm going to end the vertical stream. Vertical stream ending. I'm going to end it wasn't a success. And I'm going to, if anyone's wondering, and I'm going to end the main stream. So thanks so much everyone. Thanks for making it over here. And I'll see you at 10.